I'm David Armstrong. I'm the executive producer and artistic director at the Fifth Avenue Theater in Seattle. I love that title because the job combines these elements of organization, leadership, just sort of vision for a season and for each particular show, as well as being very involved in all the artistic decisions, whether I'm directing it or someone else is directing it, who the designers are, the choreographers, the performers, all that kind of thing.
A 5, 6, 7, and 1. Singular sensation, every little
I often say to people, if you like it, it's my fault. If you don't like it, it's my fault.
Tonight we're going to shine our spotlight on our next production, Cinderella.
It's possible.
It's possible.
It's possible.
It's possible. It's possible.
So I've been fascinated with musical theater really from a very, very early age, and the story goes, my mother was taking myself and some friends to see the movie Dumbo when I was quite young, and instead they went to the wrong movie theater and they ended up where Gypsy was showing, and they decided to go see the movie anyway, and Gypsy truly had a profound influence on me.
One morning sis won't go to dance class. I grabbed the shoes and tights and all.
I hounded my mother to send me to dancing school because I was very interested in the dancing aspects of it. I did a lot of creative dramatics as a kid, so I was involved in all that. And as I got older, I was in many community theater plays. So I wasn't a professional actor kid, but I did tons of theater, and even more during high school.
I despise this stupid show right from the start. But I'll die if I don't get a decent part.
I was one of those very strange kids that would organize the entire neighborhood into doing shows. And I have very vague memories of this, but I know at 9, 10, 11 years old, I literally, at least once a year, would write and produce and direct and star in these quite elaborate productions. You can enter now stage left under the stairs. Sometimes we'd do it in the backyard or in the neighbor's backyard. There'd be 30 kids involved in making the show happen over a summer vacation kind of thing. And I guess I produced from the beginning. Before I knew what producing was, or even really directing was, I was already doing it. Applause, 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 applause. I went to the University of Cincinnati College Conservatory of Music, which has one of the great musical theater programs in the country. After my sophomore year, I got a summer stock job in Pittsburgh at the Pittsburgh Civic Light Opera, which is a big summer stock operation still in existence and still thriving, and got my equity card, which is your professional actor's card, as a dancer in 5 shows that season, and met some people and had the opportunity to move to New York, and so I did that. I moved to New York instead of going back to school. Then jump-started a career which quickly got into choreographing and directing, even though I was 19 years old, and ended up, through a number of very lucky circumstances, getting sort of entrenched in the regional theater circuit. So I worked all around the country at all the major regional theaters for the next 20 years. Eventually, that freelance career led to coming here to Seattle. I was hired by the Fifth Avenue to direct a production of The Secret Garden back in 1999. It was right at the time that they were starting their search for an artistic director. So I threw my hat in the ring, and one thing led to another, and within a year I had the job as artistic director and moved to Seattle, and it's been 11 years.
Watch CityStream Thursday nights at 7 on the Seattle channel, or get video on demand and podcasts anytime at seattlechannel.org.